Good morning, children. Today we are going to see new chapter, that is separation of substances. We use many substances in our daily lives. Many of them have impurities and require some processing before being used. Yes? Uh, for example, water which we are using can contain both soluble and insoluble impurity that can be separated from it. Okay, so in our daily life we come across many situations where we need to separate a substance from a mixture. Okay, so in this chapter let us learn about the need for separation of substances, then methods of separation, then water as a universal solvent, and temperature and solubility of water also we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, so first we can see what is meant by mixers. So mixers means or the substance that consist of two or more types of particles or substance. Okay, so mixers means what? They are the substance which consist of two or more substance or particle. For example, air. Air is a mixture of gases. Seawater means it contains many number of salts, impurities, yes. And a cup of tea is also a mixture of milk, water and tea powder. Yes. So this is an example for mixers. Then what is meant by pure substance? Pure substance means it consists of only one kind of particles or one kind of substance. Okay, so here you can see, so I already have told a cup of tea is a mixer, is an example for mixer. Yes? So pure substance example silver, gold. Okay, so pure substance means the substance which is made with the only one kind of particles. Understood? So you must have seen your mother separating stones from pulses. Then tea leaves are separated out from the liquid using a strainer. In all these example, a separation can be done easily because the substance we have to separate are of different sizes and shapes which are easy to identify. Okay, so but sometimes when all the components in mixer of same color, same size, same shape, it is very difficult to separate the desired component from the mixer. For example, the separation of salt from a mixture of salt and chalk powder is very difficult because salt is also white in color, chalk powder is also white in color. Okay, it is because both of them are white in color and their particles are also too small. We can't pick it by hand. Okay, so the components of the mixer, it's very difficult to separate if they are in same shape, size, etc. Okay, so for separating, various physical methods are used. In this chapter we will learn about the need to separate substance of a mixer and some methods of separation. Okay, so first we can see need for separation of substance. So separation means to remove one thing from the other, that is called separation. It usually involves the removal of unwanted components of a mixer. So the main reason for the separation of substance of a mixer are, first thing is to remove undesirable substances. To remove undesirable substance means what? Undesirable means unwanted substance. So why separation is done? Separation is done to remove the unwanted components from a mixer. Okay, so example, at home your mother removes stones from pulses which is not needed, so we are removing the stone from pulses. And yeah, in the same way we will remove the stones from rice before cooking. Yes, then while pouring tea in the cup, the tea leaves are removed from the tea. Here both stones and tea leaves are undesirable substance which has to be removed. Okay, so why first thing, the first reason for the separation of substance is to remove the undesirable substances. Understood, children? Next thing is to obtain useful components. Separation is also used to obtain useful component from a mixture. For example, petrol and diesel are separated out from the petroleum, which is useful to us. Okay, so it is obtained from the petroleum, which contain impurities and hydrocarbons and other hydrocarbons also. But we need only the petrol and diesel as we are using as a fuel in the vehicles. Yes. So to obtain useful components also we are separating the substance. Okay, so for there are two need for separation of substance. First is to remove the undesirable substances, and next one is to obtain useful components. Understood, children? Now in this class we are going to see only one method of separation, that is separation of solid substance from other solid. Okay, so how we will separate the solid substance from other solids? Okay, so in this we are, for separating the solid substance from other solid, we are using four methods. What are they? Hand picking, sieving, threshing, winnowing. Okay, so what are the four methods for separating solid substance from other solid? Hand picking, sieving, threshing, winnowing. Okay, so let us see briefly one by one. Now first method is hand picking. So what is mean by hand picking? In this method the undesirable solid substance is separated from the useful substance by hand. Okay, so using our hand we will separate the undesirable substance from the useful substance. That is called hand picking. Okay, so it is used to separate it is used to separate the components of mixtures when the undesirable solid differs from the useful component in the shape, size or color. Okay, so how it is used to separate the components of mixture if the undesirable solid differs from the useful component in shape, size and color. Okay, this method is applicable. So here you can see the woman is separating the pulse. Okay, so pulses by hand picking method. Okay, so it is used if the undesirable material or undesirable substance differs from the useful substance in shape, size or color. So this method is applicable. This method is applicable only when the undesirable solid is present in small quantities. Okay, if it is present in large quantities, hand picking method is difficult. Okay, if the unwanted solid which has to be removed is present in small quantity, then we can use what, this method. Okay, and the quantity of the mixture is also not very large. For example, your mother hand-picked stone from pulses before cooking. Okay, it is one of the example, because the stone will be is present in small quantity, so it is easy to take. We are using hand picking method. And second method is sieving. So sieving is also one of the method used to separate the components of mixture which differ in size. Okay, so the components components of mixture, if they are having the difference in their size, we can use the sieving method. So sieving method, for sieving method, a sieve with appropriate hole size will be used, and the size of the holes in the sieve depend on the size of the component. Okay, for example, sieve with bigger pores are used for construction site to separate stones and pebbles from sand. Then sieve with fine pores are used to separate the bigger particles in floor. Okay, so your mother uses sieve to separate wheat bran from flour, isn't it? So sieving method is used to separate the components of a mixer which have different in the size. Okay, so sieve with appropriate hole size will be used for sieving. So size of the holes in the sieve depend on the size of the components. Next method is threshing. So threshing means what? What is meant by threshing? It is the process of separating grains from their stalks. Okay, by beating the stalks with sticks or by allowing bullocks to trample the stalks or by using machines. Okay, so it is the method which is used to separate grains from their stalk. How they will separate? By beating the stalk manually with a stick or by allowing pullacks to trample the stick. That means then it will be separated by using machines also. Grains will be separated from their stalks by using machine also. So it is mainly used in agricultural fields. So threshing is done by using threshers or combine threshers, combine harvesters. So using threshers or combine harvester, it is an economical method and more efficient way to separate the grains from their stalk. So here you can see the manual method of threshing, that is beating the stalk by beating the stalk with sticks or by that is manual threshing. Okay, so by beating the grains from their stalk so that they get separated, manual threshing. The second one is by using the thresher. Okay, thresher also we can separate the grains from their stalks. Then by using the combine, so it is called as combine. This machine also will separate the grains from their stalks. Now next method to separate the components from the mixer is winnowing. So winnowing, it is a method of separating the lighter components in a mixer from the heavier ones with the help of force of wind or air. Okay, so with the help of force, wind or air, we can separate the lighter components from the heavier ones. That is called winnowing. So here you can see the woman is winnowing. So by this, the threshed grain, that means while if we are threshing means we know it is the process of separating grains from their stalks. Yes, once the grain is separated from their stalk also, still it contains light fibrous mass called husk. Okay, so it contains the lighter components, that is called husk, with the grain was covered inside the stalk. Okay, and grain and this husk is separated by winnowing process. So husk is the lighter component, so it can be carried away by the force of wind. And heavier grains fall below and form a heap. Okay, so this is the method how they will do winnowing. So I hope that you all understand about today's topic, that is separation of solid substance from other solid. So we have learned 4 methods. What are they? Hand picking, then sieving, threshing and winnowing. So hand picking means using our hands we will separate the undesirable solid substance from useful substance. Then sieving means using sieve with appropriate hole size we will separate the components of mixer which differ in size. Yes, then we have seen about threshing. Threshing is done by using threshers or combine harvesters. Yes, and then last method we have seen that winnowing, which is used for separating the lighter components in a mixer. I hope that you all understand. If you have any doubt, you can ask children. Thank you.